Hello, welcome back to World of Warship Legends with Durka. Today we have a gameplay on straight domination game mode in the Tier 5 tech tree British destroyer Icarus. And while the game runs in the background, I want to discuss strategies for playing this ship and compare it to the other nations' destroyers. So at the beginning, whenever you're in a destroyer on a domination game mode, you need to be kind of playing the objective, be up close. So that is what we do. We want to move up this little corridor here, try to spot the enemy ships coming in, and put ourselves in a position where we can escape if need be, and the whole time be mindful of torpedoes flying through this gap here. The British destroyers, I play them kind of as an ambush style ship. Get an objective in these domination game modes and play defensively, protect that objective. And these ships are excellent at this. One of the reasons they're so good is because of their single fire torpedoes. You can be a lot more selective where you put torpedoes and kind of zone areas out, deny areas to enemy ships. And we are going to do just that here to the Dunkirk and the Omaha. Again, needing to be mindful of torps come through the gap. There's a really high possibility that there's another destroyer on this side since I haven't spotted a third ship. One of the good characteristics of these British destroyers are really fast acceleration. So, if something did arise, you can slam it into drive real quick and hopefully get out of a situation. We did get spotted here, and we did go ahead and open up with the guns. Want to try to get a fire chance, but really I want to distract this guy. Hopefully make him turn broadside to get his guns to shoot me and eat some torpedoes. Perfect. So I know that there is, the enemy destroyer is contesting, and I figure he's on the other side of that island kind of playing passively. So we go ahead and try to flip the ship around here. We're going to head back over that way. Hopefully, maybe spot this guy, root him out, and see if we can get this cap. Now, on the spectrum of destroyers, these British ships fall kind of in the middle. I would call it a hybrid. You have your gunboats on one side with good gun characteristics, possibly poor torpedoes, and then on the other side you have your torpedo boats with really great torpedoes and concealment, but not as good as gun characteristics. And these guys fall right in the middle. They have pretty decent concealment. They have moderately fast-firing guns. They have similar characteristic to American guns, not quite as floaty. A good fire chance, as we'll continue to demonstrate in this video, hopefully here. And the single-launch torpedoes for area denial, as we showed the Omaha. Now, I was going to move over here and try to root out this other enemy destroyer, and then I noticed these guys. And I, again, just want to use that ambush playstyle and hopefully trap these two battleships as they sail to the gap. I don't want to dog on these players. It's great that they are trying to play the objective. They're playing aggressive. They're trying to get to the cap. But sailing into a strait like this when you know there's an enemy destroyer is probably not the best play. You really don't have any area to maneuver or escape torpedoes. You're not going to spot the destroyer unless the destroyer makes a mistake, fires his guns, or something like that. So I am content for now. I've got the cap. I'm content to kind of just play defensively, set up an ambush on these battleships, and see if we can get them out of the game. So Bayern comes around the corner first. But his buddy decides to go ahead and jump on the grenade for him here. Bayern slams it in park, but it's too little too late. These British destroyers have pretty good torpedoes. We have a 10 launch spread at tier 5, good, and we get 5 of them on New Mexico here. As you can see, I'm kind of trying to switch back and forth on targets. I'm looking to set a fire, so hopefully we get a torp strike and a flood, and then we can follow up with a fire, and one of them would hopefully be permanent and would be the end of the game. So there's the fire on this guy, but my friendly battleship here is going to get him before the fire does. So these Brit destroyers, another one of their characteristics are the hydroacoustic search. They have a long-lasting one starting at tier 5, lasts 3 minutes, has a 2-minute reload. You get a 2.5 kilometer torp detection range and a 3.5 kilometer on ships. Pretty good. Another one of the things to note about these ships are their smokes. You get 6 smokes, and they're very short duration but fast reloading. And they can lend to some pretty interesting game style. You can get into some pretty fun situations and then get out of those situations as well, especially at tier 5 where you don't really have to worry about radar so much. You have the Badyani. In the higher tiers, it's not so easy. You have to be a little more cautious as the prevalence of those radar cruisers goes up. So yeah, I mean, in general, that pretty much is going to wrap up this gameplay, but Straight makes it really easy to play ambush style and defensively, of course, but you can, use that same game style, gameplay on other maps as well. Now, one of the caveats I would talk about with this, when you're in a gun battle like this, it sometimes is best just to go ahead and do the normal spread launch of torpedoes because it can be very time consuming to single fire like this. Now, I probably figured the game was pretty well over here and I didn't need to try hard on this guy as well, but you should just quick fire the torps and then go ahead and move on with your guns. But yes, that's a kind of a synopsis of how I like to play these British destroyers. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Have plenty more videos like this coming, and hopefully next we'll cover one of the different nations' destroyers. All right, see ya.